Right.
That's right, Fletcher is going to do everything in his power here to stop us from going through to the next round of the FA Cup. Bellingham ain't having any of that though. We go up 1-0 in the first 5 minutes of the game. But hey, Fletcher coming up with an absolute banner here. Cornick puts Luton back on level terms with us here. And it stays that way for the first half. So I'm not going to lie, I was pretty nervous heading in to the second half, but at the same time, the FA Cup isn't exactly a priority. It's one of those things where I'm just like, oh, let's just see how well it goes. Winning the Premier League is the top priority for us this season, and maybe seeing how far we can get into the Champions League as well, as Luton have themselves an opportunity here. Thankfully, nothing ends up coming of it as Bellingham passes it over to Reina. Our new player, Reina, scores for us, and it is 2-1 here after 66 minutes. Giovanni Reina has had a cracker of a debut for us. Just that shot was just wild. But we're not stopping there. Walker Peters putting in the cross over to our man Julian Draxler and heads it in, securing us the victory here. But that's not all. Oh, and Fletcher, I just want to say in advance, I apologise for this, man. You know you're having a bad time when James fucking Wilson scores. Let me put it this way. When have I used this man at all this season? In fact, in this entire career mode, when have I ever used this man? And then he just pops up with that? Oh, Fletcher, man, you and your boys didn't deserve that shit. I'm just saying. Anyway, time to move on as we head over to the press conference drive. Do you think the venue for the game can have a bearing on the result? Will playing at home make a difference to the way your team performs? Of course you can say that being at home can give a team an advantage, but that's not a big deal for us. We go out with the same attitude wherever and whenever we play. It looks like a pretty evenly matched contest, Mr. Moral Drive. You think that Manchester United with a chance of getting the result against your boys today? Yeah, we're in decent form, but that doesn't guarantee us a win here, does it? We have to respect Manchester United, prepare for the game knowing that they're good enough to get a result against us, the future Premier League champions. Okay, so this was a tough match. My boys over at Old Trafford wanted this win and they wanted it badly. I'm not gonna lie, they dominated us in the first half, quickly going up by 2 under 20 minutes. Like, for a team that's gunning to become champions this season, that is just flat out embarrassing. And it nearly got even worse here when Sanchez brought Fred down in the box, giving them a penalty. We were gonna go 3-0 down inside 30 minutes if it wasn't for the fact that our boy Henderson is a penalty saving merchant. Paulson does well to keep the ball here and giving it over to Palacios at just the correct time, and Palacios, our god, puts us back in this game before half time. It is now 2-1 and we nearly completed the comeback here with Chanaloglu, who just ends up hitting the side netting. So close, but our nightmare went from bad to worse because not only did they score another goal, it was Dan James of all people who scored. Like, I mean, come on, man. If Dan James is scoring against you, you've got an issue. We tried to pull it back with a bit of a cheap header there from Paulson, but it finished 3-0, meaning United have the advantage heading into the second leg on our own ground in the next episode. Anyway, we're going to focus on the league though. As we can see, Paulson still the top goal scorer with 21. This man is a monster. A freak, I say, an absolute freak. And I was hoping that freak would come alive in our game here against Wolves, but just like the United game, Wolves were not letting us have any of the ball here. They were just dominating us. If it wasn't for the resilient actions of our defender and our boy in goal, Henderson, we would have lost this match, and I have no idea how this didn't end up in the back of our net. We got incredibly lucky there as we pass it over to Fernandes, who goes for a shot, and Patricio with an excellent save there, keeping it 0-0 after 30 minutes. Now look at that through ball. Talisca manages to stay onside but runs a little too far and gives Henderson the time to get into a good enough space to deflect his shot and keep us at 0-0 as Draxler here hopes to break the deadlock before half time.
Fuck off!
Second half now as Fernandez gets himself into the box, passing it over to Reina, who got subbed on in the second half. And it goes straight over to Patricio's gloves there as Wolves go on to another attack here, giving it over to Talisca once again, and another great stop from Henderson. But in the end, somehow, someway, we pulled through, and Deulofeu puts us in the lead here, 1-0, just before the 80th minute mark. You'll love to see it. It has been a tough couple of games, I will say that much. It appears Wilson scoring against Luton put a bit of a curse on us, but with that, the curse should now be broken, although Wolves were very close to scoring. But once again, Henderson with a tremendous stop here. Like I said, Henderson and our defence kept us in this match here, and it was a close one, but a win is a win. I will take those 3 points. We now head over to St James's Park where we take on Newcastle United. If we want to win the Premier League this season, we just need to keep winning, and that's exactly what we've been doing. But we just can't seem to stop conceding goals when I'm simulating the first half of the game. That's why I'm always having to go on to the game in the second half to prevent us from losing this. But anyway, Paulson makes sure to make the job a bit easier for me heading into half time, scoring a rebound goal there, I believe. The Freak unleashed once again. Speaking of Freaks being unleashed, how about this? Oh God, Palacios once again. It has been the Paulson and Palacios show these past couple of episodes. They can't be touched. They are inevitable. You will bow down before them or suffer the consequences. As Chanaloglu goes over now to give it over to Martins, who comes very close to scoring there, but just like the Wolves game, a very, very close encounter. No much to report in the game, but like the Wolves game, it's another 3 points, and that's all that matters. And the table is looking very different to what it was in the last episode. We're now 8 points clear. City have just slipped off these past 2 games. Liverpool have got themselves back up here. It's looking very close there at the top half of the table with us excluded. West Brom pretty much already find themselves relegated at this point. I mean, come on, look at them. As we move to the top goal scorers, Paulson's still leading the charge, but Pepe has slowly closed that gap a bit at the top. Assists though? Oh, well, that's a whole other story. So, we have 5 of our players in the top 6 in terms of assists this season. That is mental. That is mad. We do have one more game to play here, but it's another game against United, and I can't be asked to play them, especially since we're going to be playing them in the next episode. So thank you all for watching. This is Mr. Modrive signing out. Give us this loss. Oh, okay, fair enough.